Now, when you think of electric cars, Tesla is probably going to be one of the first that come to your mind because Tesla has kind of been the face of the electric vehicle market. And today, because of our channel's history, I'm going to be taking a look at this electric vehicle and seeing if it's worth the hate that it gets or if it's something that we should kind of be a little bit more embracing towards. My name's Jason and you're watching Got an X. Now, for the Model Y, when looking directly at it, I'm not a big fan of its looks. Honestly, I'm not really a big fan of the looks across the entire Tesla line because I do think that electric cars kind of go for this modern, sleek design that's supposed to be different and sporty and fun and unique, and to me, they just kind of don't do it. I don't know, I personally like the look of a lot of other cars more than this. I feel like some of the even less visually appealing cars look better than this because they kind of look like cars. These look like they don't want to be cars, and I get that they're electric cars and they want to be the future of cars and new and interesting, but that doesn't mean you can't just make it look a bit nicer. I mean, the only thing that really screams car about the Tesla are these headlights, and I mean, honestly, these are the electric kind of car headlights and they're still not fantastic. Now, of course, because there is not a traditional engine, this is a dual motor Tesla. It has the extended battery and everything along those, but we just have our frunk here, and I'm just gonna showcase it off because why not show off the frunk? Woo, we have extra storage space up front. You also have a good amount of storage space in the back, but I don't really think the storage space in this is anything fantastic. This is a hatchback, and that's kind of what the Model Y is. And I just don't really like it that much. If you look around on the car and everything you see, it is kind of bland. It's supposed to be minimalist. It's not supposed to draw attention to your eye. It's supposed to be sleek and you're supposed to go, wow, that guy drives a sleek car. But this is just bland and boring. The big meat of the Tesla is going to be on the inside talking about features, and that's where these electric cars, Tesla in particular, tend to shine. So why don't we just go right ahead and look at that. Next thing we're going to talk about is going to be the overall experience inside the Tesla looking around. It is boring. I mean, I'm not trying to be a hater of that caliber, but I kind of have to be. There is nothing going on in here. It is two wireless chargers, a little bit of storage space here and a little bit of storage space here, and then you have nothing. You do not have a gauge cluster. You do not have visible air vents. You are literally just in a block, and that's kind of how it feels. And honestly, I can see the appeal. Me personally, I kind of like a little bit more going on, but if you don't really want that clutter and you just want something easy to get into, easy to get out of, and everything is accessed through one little spot, you don't have to know the ins and out, like, oh shoot, where's my trunk button? And you have to look to the side of the car on the door panel. It's all right here, and that is a nice thing. Now we're gonna talk about this because this is Tesla. I mean, wholeheartedly, if you took this out, you would be driving a prototype car with nothing in it. You would have the brake, you'd have the gas pedal, you'd have a wheel, you wouldn't even know how fast you're going. So first thing and first complaint is when you are driving, you can see your speed on this screen and only this screen. You do not have anything in front of you, so you're kind of looking over, looking up, and maybe it's something you'll get used to. Maybe you see it in your peripheral vision, or maybe you just don't care about the laws of the road. I mean, a lot of people don't. But it is one thing that you'll kind of have to get used to. As well as getting used to it is going to be the switch from electric to, or the switch from gas to electric, where you have a lot of features like one pedal drive, you have start stop, you have very limited roll when you let off the brake pedal. I mean, we literally changed off of one pedal drive. I'm not a fan of it. I get it. If you like it, you like it. It doesn't really matter when it comes down to it. But me, personally, I'm just used to driving a gas-powered car. So I like having the feel of letting off the gas and coasting. But this car, even with the one pedal drive turned off, it kind of brakes you immediately. Like, you go so much further down in speed that it's like jerky, and it's something you have to get used to. If you get used to it, you like it, you do. Me, once again, not a fan. A thing I am a fan of is how much there is in this car, though. I mean, every single place on this screen has something you can do. There are games, there are navigation, there are literally things like a campfire mode, you know? You could get all cozy in your car, the heater turns on, you have a nice little visual campfire, and you can hang out. I think there are a lot of great and amazing things things inside this car, but it is really nothing special. That's the issue. Now, driving the Model Y is pretty short and sweet and simple. It is just nothing fantastic. I mean, you put the foot down and it is fast. I mean, the car does pick up an acceleration like most electric cars do, and it's awesome. That's a cool thing, but there is that missing part that a lot of people feel like. There's no extra sound when you pick up. It just goes. That's just a big thing. It just goes. I mean, the driving experience, I'm not sitting here, I'm like, oh, turning is tight. Yeah, like, it is responsive. It is great. It's an electric car. That's really what it is. It gets you where you need to go in the city. It accelerates fast. You don't have to worry. There's so many nice things though. Like, I mean, the speedometer is a little bit annoying, but like if you turn on your turn signal, it gives you a camera view of the outside, which I think is fantastic. I mean, there's no direct like blind spot monitoring, but this is probably as best you can get, you know? So there's a lot of good things like that, giving you some just extra knowledge when driving. But overall, I mean, it is really nothing special. And that is the Model Y. Me personally, I think it does a lot of things great and a lot of things poorly. I think as a car, it doesn't really work for me. I feel like you lose a lot of the great parts about a car, but if you're using it as an electric car, I think it's pretty fantastic. I know that's kind of a cop-out, as electric cars and cars are supposed to be one in the same category, but honestly, they're just not. I mean, this can't do what a normal car does. We're not here listening to the engine. We're not here driving it cross country. We're not doing a lot of things. Electric cars aren't really at the point where they can just be used instead of cars for every single thing. And honestly, that's okay. I think the Model Y and Tesla are doing a great job moving and bridging towards that gap, but as of right now, I just don't think we're there. Overall, the Model Y is going to be a hit or miss, and if you really want an electric car, don't be ashamed to get this one. But if you don't want an electric car and you're like, I hate electric cars, then why the hell are you looking at this? This is not made for you. So let us know in the comments down below if you want the Model Y or if you're just here to hate on it. I don't care. It's awesome. If you guys don't like it, it's great. Have that passion. If you guys like the video, subscribe, leave a like, comment, and we will see you in the next one.